This video is intended for Dave from the amazing YouTube channel Toy Polloi. This man has the most extensive knowledge in vintage toys, and we're all simply not worthy. So Dave, I am honored that I'll be able to share my pocket money memory with you and all your wonderful subscribers. This particular childhood memory focuses on one of my absolute favorite childhood toy lines, Kenner's The Real Ghostbusters. And it's important to know for this story that this takes place sometime in between 95 and 96. Now that being said, I wasn't old enough to remember these toys ever being sold in stores. The only way for me to get these was through yard sales or inheriting them from older kids in the neighborhood. So one of the toys I was lucky enough to acquire as a kid was this guy, the Pull Speed Ahead Ghost. It's the one where you tear the ripcord out of him, and he's got this wheel on the bottom, so he ends up going like flying across the floor. I remember I'd be ripping this thing across the kitchen at like top speed, because I guess it's supposed to like cushion itself with its tongue, but it was still like dinging stuff up. So my mom eventually made this an outside toy, which that didn't really stop my buddy and I. We ended up taking this thing outside with us, and we started shooting it downhill in the street. And to make it more interesting, we eventually pulled out a skateboard and sat on it, and we tried to basically drag race this thing down the hill. But my buddy lost his grip on this ghost ripcord, and the whole thing got caught under the skateboard. It ruined, just shredded. I remember sometime down the road, my mom took me to the VF Outlets in Reading, Pennsylvania. And this place had a KB Toy Liquidators in it. Okay, so we walk into the store, and no joke, I see 2 pegs full of Kenner's Real Ghostbusters. I'm talking legitimate, the Real Ghostbusters, like on pegs in a store. And my mind was like, the only figures that they had were the Brain Blaster Ghost, and of course, as luck would have it, the Pull Speed Ahead Ghost. I remember bringing it up to my mom and begging her to pick this up for me. My mom was my biggest support system for buying little toys and crap that I just didn't need. But I remember her digging her heels in for this one. She was all just like, you still have this toy. Like, why are you buying another one? And I was like, no, Mom, like this thing's fine. I need this plastic thing though. I need this little, this string. And she's like, I'm not paying $8 or whatever it was for a string. I was just like, no, Mom, you don't understand. She said, okay, well, if that's something that you really want, then you're gonna have to use your own money for it. So that was actually like the first time I remember actually like investing in something. When I totally accepted it, it was very exciting because I remember I had like $10 or something to my name from my birthday. So that's where my $10 went, to this thing. It is actually the same one from my childhood. So good investment.